Yeah, it is actually.
Yes.
It's almost like there's a prologue missing of the good times and their good relationship and what they were.
We were talking about it the other day. We're trying to find a way in sort of the minute of pre-show action that happens before the actual words of before the text starts, of how we can try and establish that relationship, because we've decided it's quite a happy relationship before the play starts, and that they're successful king and queens and at the prime of their lives before this all goes wrong. So,
and I think they're a fantastic team as well. So they host fantastic parties. People like coming and visiting them. And so the stakes are high, so there is a lot to lose, rather than it's an unhappy marriage and everyone's expecting something to go wrong.
I think you have to look for clues in the text, and I think generally they're there. We know that Hermione is 9 months pregnant. We know that there's another child. We see a lovely scene with the other child, Mamilius, and a glimpse of a happy home life. So for me, I have to take that and then work the rest out from there, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think especially with Shakespeare, it's all in the text. So the more you read it, the more you get the clues. Like you see the fantastic relationship they both have with their son Mamilius, and how happy they are that there's another baby on the way. And so then you let that spark your imagination and see where that takes you. And I think that's the beauty of Shakespeare especially, is that it's all there in the text. Everything is there.
Well, I think you go with historical context as well. So we know that we've got a child who's about 5 or 6 years old. We know that makes Leontes about 29, because he says, do you want to say your line? I don't know it. I do recall 23 years. Sorry.
So I have a line where I pretend I'm looking at my son's face and remembering how I was when I was that age, and I say 23 years ago. So that gives a clue. And also I suppose they would have probably had, maybe, unless there were problems, which there might be, and we've discussed different issues in the relationship as well, but Mamilius might have come around quite soon after they were married, so that gives you a clue of how long they've been married. It's been an exciting challenge, actually. I've really liked it because what the writing informs me is that he turns like that. He's the sort of guy that changes instantly and can change instantly, and that's a certain personality type. It's not deeply thought out. There's not, lots of rumination about it. He just goes with his instinct, trusts his instinct, and just goes down that path of destruction. He's got a real anxious personality. So he's the pressure he's got on him, because he's got so much responsibility. He almost can't take it. And so anything might make him crack. He's definitely got a very insecure personality, but has to constantly pretend to be secure. And so that's always going to come out somewhere, and comes out in their relationship. And I think Hermione probably is a support in their relationship, usually, with that, and calms him down. And because in this instant, it's Hermione that is the cause of his insecurity, there's no one to calm him down and no one to stop him just letting it run away with him.
For me, it's just thinking about starting with how awful it is if a partner were to accuse you of adultery when you're completely innocent, and then taking that further to sort of the rawness of having only just given birth, having given birth in a prison, and then to be put straight on trial. And the speed of it actually is very helpful, because it means that you just have to go with the truth of it, and Shakespeare's really great. The words guide you. I think the words take you there. I have been walking around with a pregnancy bump for quite a few days in preparation.
I think it's interesting. I think he's certainly done that on purpose. I think maybe because it's so deep and there's so much, it's beyond words, that moment is, you know, what they've both been through in 16 years is beyond words. I think for Shakespeare to be silent about it, he's done it for a reason. He's not done it because he's forgotten about it. It's way beyond that.
And it's quite breathtaking, isn't it? You know, if you try to imagine someone that you've been apart from for 16 years, whether you've been forced apart from, whether you've caused it, whether you're desperately sorry for your actions, there's devastation that's happened for 16 years, and before that was a deep love. So that moment of coming together, like you say, what words could you give? And I think it's, I don't know, more about just beholding that person and taking that in.
I think it's going to be very intense, to be honest. I mean, this is a beautiful place. I mean, look at that. It's stunning. With a stage built along here, audience on both sides, it's going to be, I think, intense. An intense experience for the actors and the audience. The audience are, you know, the front rows this far away. Yeah. So it's going to be, I think, you know, it's going to be very intimate.
Yeah. I think as well, when you're dealing with a play that's about redemption and calls upon the gods, albeit different gods in our case, you can't help but get something from that and feel that, really.
It brings a spirit to it, whatever religion that is or whatever beliefs anyone has. You know, the character I'm playing believes in Apollo. You know, he worships Apollo. But it's still got that sense of there's something bigger than me, bigger than us.
But hopefully as well, just the audience will just want these characters to be happy, and I hope they'll be quite keyed into that new journey.
Yeah.
The Summer's Tale.
Is that the next one? Is that the sequel?
Yeah.
Are you writing that? It's never too late, and I think it certainly leaves me with that.
Yeah, definitely, and they've got this extra joy of being reunited with their daughter, and I think that's probably very helpful. Perhaps if it was just the two of them, you know, a bit more counselling.
Yeah.
But with the aid of this found daughter, I think you've just got to let all those niggles and all those doubts go, and just go, oh my goodness, you're still alive, and oh my goodness, there's my daughter, and yes, let's move forward positively.